In America, we pride ourselves in the legacy that we have of freedom of religion. A pastor, for example, doesn't have to get a license to preach. A church doesn't have to get permission from the civil government in order to bring the gospel to the people of the community. It's well understood that those are matters that belong to the church and not to the civil government. When it comes to educating our children, the assumption in America today is that it's the civil government's job to teach the children. It's quite remarkable that we have allowed this particular educational philosophy to dominate America for so long, when the early history of the country indicated that it was a family responsibility, a church responsibility, not the responsibility of the civil government to educate the nation's children. There's a serious question of the constitutionality of government education. Thomas Jefferson, in his Statute for Religious Freedom, penned in 1786, said this: "To tax a man to promote the propagation of opinions with which he disagrees is both sinful and tyrannical." This is especially important for Christian families, because if they send their children to the government schools are not going to say anything about God, even though Christians believe that fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Religion is not just something that has to do with religious matters. It has to do, as Thomas Jefferson said, with the freedom of the mind. The government shouldn't be involved in education at all. Under a regime of freedom of religion, such as we have in America, the government has to get out of education.